Hi guys, Dr. Rob Barrington here with some more nutrition advice. I'd like to talk today about serotonin deficiencies. Serotonin is an important chemical. It's a neurotransmitter in the brain. It's synthesized primarily in the RAF nuclei. But serotonin is found throughout the body, particularly in the gastrointestinal tract. In fact, the name serotonin is actually derived from the words sero and tonin, because serotonin was found to actually help with muscle contraction. So serotonin, although it's thought of as a neurotransmitter in the brain, it's actually found throughout the body, and it may have many effects that we're not actually currently aware of. In the brain, the serotonin systems are very complex. They're not fully understood, but it is thought that serotonin deficiencies, low levels of serotonin, may be responsible for a number of mood changes, including a loss of libido, cravings for sweet foods, fatigue, anxiety, depression, impulsiveness. There are a number of mood changes that have been linked to low serotonin levels. Whether these are actually firmly established is open to question. There is a lot of contention about this because obviously the brain is incredibly complex, but I think the weight of evidence in the nutritional literature suggests that those people with low levels of serotonin do certainly have some kind of anxiety disorders, and they also seem to be having some kind of relation to depression. Now obviously depression is a very wide-ranging disease, a disorder, and therefore it's very difficult to pin it purely on serotonin. But there's a lot of evidence to suggest that anxiety and depression are related to low levels of serotonin, and hence the use of drugs such as the selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors in order to be able to treat those people with anxiety and depression. Now, I'm not really interested in the use of drugs. I'm obviously a nutritionist, and I'm interested more in the use of natural means in terms of nutrition and possibly herbs in order to be able to address low levels of serotonin. So obviously, theoretically, if you wanted to raise your serotonin levels, what ways could you go about this? Well, serotonin is derived from the amino acid L-tryptophan. And L-tryptophan is an essential amino acid, which means it's only available in the diet. It can't be produced or synthesized in the body. So serotonin levels really are dependent on dietary levels of L-tryptophan. Now, L-tryptophan, obviously being an amino acid, is present in foods that contain protein. So you would have thought that high protein foods like meat and fish would be great sources of tryptophan, and in a way they are, but they don't seem to cause increases in brain levels of the chemical. Now, if we look at how serotonin is synthesized, we start with the amino acid L-tryptophan. L-tryptophan is converted to an intermediate chemical, which is 5-hydroxytryptophan, and that conversion process is undertaken by the enzyme tryptophan hydroxylase,